Canelo, what did you think about the shove and that moment that happened on stage?
Oh. I'm turning on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I love it.
I'm gonna train so hard.
You know, and if you look at his career, don't get me wrong, okay? He's a good fighter, but if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter.
So Postal wasn't elite?
Who?
Victor Postal.
Who's that guy?
So Ricky Burns wasn't elite?
Ricky Burns doesn't elite.
Okay.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a CaneloAlvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
the Terence Crawford versus Canelo fight has become the biggest showdown of the century. The excitement is through the roof, and fans are eager to see these two warriors clash in the ring.
We definitely gonna find out if I get hit with a shot that I need to take. You know, that's why we fight. You know, he got to take my punches too. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, he took Triple G punches, he took Bivol, all these punches and all these fighters and this, you know, but, you know, I believe in myself, I believe in my punching power, and I believe the right punch at the right time, I can do great damage.
In the intense lead up to the fight, Crawford confidently says that when his punch lands, it will do serious damage to Canelo. While many praise Canelo's ability to absorb blows from elite fighters like Triple G, Crawford insists he has the power to break through, and he's ready to prove it. As the pressure builds on Canelo, Floyd Mayweather fans the flames, casting doubt on the champ's skills and stirring controversy just days before the big night. The heat is on, and fight night can't arrive soon enough.
You could take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Mayweather's bold claim that Canelo is easy work and has never reached his level has added fuel to the fire. This heavyweight championship fight is about more than just power and skill, it's about legacy. For Canelo, it's a chance to cement his place among the greats. For Crawford, it's an opportunity to make history. As the debate heats up, Tim Bradley has weighed in, backing Crawford to come out on top.
if Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a CaneloAlvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So.
Oscar De La Hoya, a former champ with first-hand experience, isn't holding back. He respects Canelo Alvarez's power and experience, but believes Crawford can expose weaknesses just like Mayweather did years ago. De La Hoya thinks Crawford's sharp, slick skill set could be too much for Canelo to handle. His insight adds even more heat to an already blazing debate.
Or we'll see, you know, Canelo just annihilate him. Because of the weight. You have to remember that that Crawford is a 47-pounder or 54-pounder coming, and Canelo has fought at, he's probably weighed 200 pounds in the ring at one point. So, and it makes a huge difference, guys. 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds makes a huge difference. So, especially at the elite level. So I think it's a great fight. I just think that the press conferences were freaking lame.
Oscar De La Hoya highlights another crucial factor, the size difference between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. With Crawford moving up in weight, that physical advantage could prove decisive in the fight.
I don't know. I don't know about comparing it to his situation, but it will be a situation where I'll be talked about for many decades to come, and definitely go down in the history books as one of the best fighters to ever lace up the gloves.
Crawford isn't worried about the size difference. Confident in his skills, he believes the fight will be won through smart adjustments, not weight. Like the legends before him, he knows heart and skill matter more than numbers on a scale, and he's ready to prove it in the ring.
If you look at my career, I always went straight to the champion in every weight class that I went to, you know, except 140. I had a fight for a vacant title, but I always went for the champion. And I just think, you know, whether I fight a non-champion or a champion is going to be the same thing.
Crawford sees moving up in weight as nothing new, always fighting the best regardless of size. He believes the fight will be decided by skill, strategy, and will not wait. Dismissing the hype, he says he's stronger than ever heading into this fight.
No, not really. I'm strong, you know, and come fight night, I think people would be surprised and, you know, seeing how strong that I really am. I think that a lot of people is, you know, over thinking the size advantage. You know, Canelo is a strong fighter in himself, and he's a good puncher, but so am I, and fight night is gonna be good.
Crawford says people overlook his strength, focusing too much on Canelo's size. He insists his power will shock fans and prove he's just as dangerous. Fight night will reveal it all.
We don't know yet until we fight. You know, I can't never say somebody is bigger and more powerful if I've never been in the ring with them. You know, a lot of people that I fought, writers and the fans, may have thought these fighters was stronger, bigger, punch harder, but come fight time, you see a big difference in my size, my power, my strength, and so forth. So I can't never say how big, how strong, how hard a fighter is until I fight him. My style, you know, I'm very powerful, explosive, strong. That's why I have the ability to adapt to a lot of fighters, because I can do so many things in the ring. So come fight night, we'll be prepared and we'll see what would be the best, you know, way to tackle this.
Crawford believes his powerful, adaptable style gives him the edge against any opponent. He's ready to adjust and outsmart Canelo come fight night. For him, this fight is about more than winning. It's about cementing his legacy and adding more belts.
I think this fight against Crawford is such a great fight that it's the kind of fight that I think he needs to put the fire in his belly. Because at the moment, he's just going through the motions against those guys. Skull, Munguia, Charlo, Berlanga. He's not having to come out of first gear. Now he's going to have to come out of first gear.
Meanwhile, voices from the boxing world are weighing in, with Eddie Hearn sharing his thoughts on what this fight means for Canelo.
I admire him for the fact that he's still got that desire, still training hard, and you know, he's got everything he's always dreamed of. So it's a love for the sport, and he's an unbelievable competitor. So we'll see what happens in September.
Hearn believes Crawford will push Canelo to show the fire he's been missing, as recent opponents haven't truly tested him. Despite the talk, Hearn respects Canelo's dedication to the sport.
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel
course,
big.
Yeah, I like Terence. I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and you know, but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head,
Hearn respects Canelo's relentless work ethic and passion, which keep him at the top despite his success. This dedication sets Canelo apart and proves he belongs in the ring. Hearn knows the fight will be a true test of will and mental toughness. As fight day nears, he highlights key strengths of both Canelo and Crawford to watch.
Probably picking Crawford right now, but I want Canelo to win. I know he can win for sure, but Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him, and I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
Eddie Hearn once backed Canelo, but now sees the fight as 50-50 after witnessing Crawford's confidence. He admits, with the fight near, it's anyone's game. Eddie Hearn leans toward Crawford, saying he'll take Canelo into deep waters. Christian Mbili questions if Canelo still has his explosiveness. With rising confidence in Crawford, this fight is becoming one of boxing's most unpredictable. Mbili doubts Canelo will knock out Crawford, but admits it's possible. While Canelo's power is undeniable, it's uncertain if he can overcome Crawford's skill and resilience. And Billy also highlights that strategy will be key for Crawford's success.
I was not very impressed with the last fight of Crawford, you know. The fight, I don't remember the name of his opponent. For me, I was not... Madrimov, I was not very impressed. Canelo fight too, I was not very impressed. But Skull, yeah. But we're gonna see. For me, my favorite is Canelo because I think Canelo is more bigger. And we're gonna see if Crawford makes the same strategy that Schools, but a little bit more. He put more punch. If he put more punch, we're gonna see. But for me, I think Canelo is more bigger, and the weight will make the difference. I don't think so, but he could. He can knock him out, I think. He can stop him.
And Billy believes Crawford could win on points with the right strategy, but admits the fight could go either way. He says a mind game win would be surprising, but makes the matchup even more exciting.
I think Crawford can win by point, you know. We never know, you know, if he make a good strategy, but if Crawford knock Canelo, I will be shocked, of course. But I think he can win by point if the strategy is good, you know. Everything possible in boxing.
For everybody that was straddling the fence, straddling got your pants split at the seams. You gotta pick a side. I'm going with Crawford. I'm here to support Crawford. He done signed up to do what everybody thought that he wasn't trying to be, a generational talent. Another fighter on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. Yeah, so don't split your pants, pick one.
Haney says Crawford versus Canelo isn't just career defining, it's his shot to prove he's a generational great. He backs Crawford fully and urges fans to pick a side. Bernie Davis also told Haney he believes Crawford will win, highlighting his intense drive and confidence.
Ain't no secret, Crawford gonna put hands and feet on him, and that's how you do it, you understand? And typically, like I'm saying, you know, sometimes this raises I don't know how it is. It gives you so much different, more power when you have that. Like
the motivation,
you know what I'm saying? Like what these guys, you know what I mean? I'm trying to give a different
You perform
example.
at a higher level.
You understand? And come on, man. And Crawford, he thrives on that. Did you see the way he looked at Canelo? See what he told him?
Yeah.
Now, the man said, now, was both good. He said, you're not going to beat me. You say, I'm telling you, I guarantee I'm going to beat you. So you know what I'm saying? That's how Crawford is. That's how he feel. He believe in his heart. And you could tell it. You could look him in his eyes. You know what I mean? And a lot of people believe that Crawford will win this fight.
Davis says Crawford's mindset and confidence set him apart, expecting him to rise under Canelo's pressure. Crawford's self-belief is strong. We got to fight, and I'm going to win. It's power versus precision in a clash of styles. Who do you think takes the win, Crawford's speed and smarts, or Canelo's strength and ring IQ? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight breakdowns.